This video clip talks about graphing systems of linear inequalities. So we can graph one inequality, y is greater than or equal to 3x minus 2. Let's go ahead and say, well, each square will be 1. Here's our x-axis, here's our y-axis. So that would cross the y-axis at -2, y-intercept of -2, slope of 3, up 3 over 1. Because it includes equal, I'm going to have a solid line. So I'm going to connect that with a straight line tool. Something like that. It says greater than. Well, 1 is greater than -2, for example, so I know I need to include that spot, so I need to include everything on that side. Maybe I ought to be more systematic in my scribbling. We'll see why in a minute, I think. So everything on that side. And then the other inequality says y is greater than or equal to 2 minus 2x. So I start out on the y-axis at 2 and go down 2 over 2. So if I connect that with a straight line, it will look something like that. But it says greater than. So I'm going to, like, for example, 4 is greater than 2, that point right there. So everything on that side of the line needs to be shaded. So in a system of inequalities, the region that we're talking about is where both are shaded. So we're talking about everything in that V. Let's try another one. Y is less than or equal to 2 plus x. If each square is worth 1, x-axis, y-axis, start out at 2, go up 1 over 1, straight line tool. The other one is y is greater than 1/2 x minus 1. So we will start out at -1, and we will go up 1 over 2. Connect that with a solid line because it includes the equal. Oh, we need to go back to that first one and graph less than. Below, the way I think of it, 0 is less than 2, for example. And on the other one, it says greater than or equal to. So the region that satisfies this system of linear inequalities would be everything in here, in between those two lines. Y is less than or equal to 4x. So that would be, have a y-intercept of 0, up 4 over 1. Guess I better label my graph. Each square represents 1, and the horizontal axis is the x-axis. So now I can connect that line. And the other one says y is greater than or equal to 2. So y is equal to 2 right there, and right there, and right there. Everywhere along there y is equal to 2. So I'm just going to draw a vertical line, and it says greater than, so that's above. I didn't shade my first one. I need to go back and shade him. That one said less than, so that would be everything less than this line. Negative 2, for example, is less than 0. So the place where the region where it satisfies both inequalities would be right in the red. Both, they're shaded from both inequalities. So when we talk about a system of inequalities, that satisfies both. So now I'll take you to a video clip where we have to solve for y so that we can graph the inequality